What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, my fellow hunter subscribers and collectors? It's your boy, the Sick One, and I'm back with another one. And today, finally, woo! It's here. The Prime One Studios Batman Hush Batcave version deluxe. That was a lot of words. Let's check it out, baby. Let's go! What's going on, SFC Squad? It's your boy, the Sick One. I am back, baby. And before we begin this video, let's go ahead and hear a quick word from our sponsor.
PopCulture.com, your source for action figures, collectibles, and statues. From Star Wars to DC. Statues from Queen Studios, Prime One Studios, Infinity Studios, and the largest selection of XM Studio statues on the market. We provide fast shipping, friendly service, and secure payments. We also provide payment plans with a deposit that will secure your statue, figures, and collectibles. We provide statues from several great companies like Kotobukiya, Iron Studios, Queen Studios, Prime One Studios, and a large selection of XM Studio statues. We are also your source for 1/6 scale figures such as Hot Toys, Blitzway, Toys Era, So-So Toys, and much, much, much more. We are also your source for great, incredible canvas art prints full of great design and great prices and fast shipping throughout the U.S. So come pay us a visit today at PopCulture.com, and don't forget to use your Sick Mansion Collectibles 5% discount code SICKPOP5. That's SICKPOP5, and place your orders today. Let's go!
Yes, sir. PopCultureArt.com, one of the best places to get your statues, your figures, and all that good stuff. Make sure after the video you get ahead and you go and visit them. They got a phenomenal website. Badass. So what's up, guys? By the time this video drops, it's probably the day after Christmas or something like that. Just want to wish everybody out there, all my SMC squad, a Merry Christmas, a happy holidays, and man, a happy New Year's is coming up. Thank you all for the support throughout the year. I've only been on YouTube for about a year and a couple of months. And the support has been phenomenal. The push has been phenomenal, man. I really do appreciate all the love. I thank all the support. So thank you all for all your love and your support. Today, man, we got an incredible statue. I've been waiting for this statue for a minute. I don't know what was going on with Sideshow, but they kept on sending me alerts that the statue was ready to ship. That was going on for about a month and a half, and then it finally arrived. It arrived in great shape, no breakages, no nothing. It's a phenomenal piece. Is it the best Batman ever made? We'll see about that. Sick Mansion has his own opinion, but we'll check it out. It's badass, man. We're gonna get ahead and get straight to the review. There's a lot about the statue. Comes with these phenomenal head sculpts. This is the deluxe version. This is the one that comes with all 4 of the head sculpts. With 2 deluxe head sculpts. Man, all the head sculpts are badass. I love that all 3 of these head sculpts right here come with an actual stand base. So it comes with 3 different bases, which is like having 3 busts. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope, man. To have a statue like this, man, and it's just phenomenal, man. So we're gonna take a close look at this. We're gonna do it how we do it here in Sick Mansion. We're gonna start with the base, baby. Let's get to the base. Let's go. All right, guys, we're gonna start right here at the back end, where you're gonna see this stone sculpt around the statue of the Batcave. It's just showing the outline of these rocks. It just gives you the depiction of the Batcave if you're familiar to the comic book, from where this came from the Hush series comic book. This is pretty much identical to the picture, to the cover art, also to the poster that I have. Is identical to it. I love the way they did the shading on it. They got the grays, the light grays. There's some hues of different colors in it. Beautiful work with the sculpt. I love the way they sculpt through it to give it that the Batcave look. As it goes around, you're gonna see some bats that are attached to the Batcave. They did a great job with these bats. Love the detail on the bats. The bats are made of like a PVC, high grade plastic. It is really good. I'm glad that they did that because these bats fell so many times off of the statue. They've fallen a lot. And I think if this would have been done of some kind of a polystone or resin or anything like that, that would have broke. We would have had a whole bunch of breakages of bats, especially the bats up the top. I'm going to talk about the bats in a little while because I had a couple of issues with the bats, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. So let's get ahead and continue with the scope. Let's keep going around and let's check it out. All right, as the statue keeps going around, you're going to see the base, and the base is pretty much of the Batcave, of the floor. And as it goes around and you look at the front of this base, you're gonna see some damage on it. You got these scratches and everything on the metal. Kind of looks like a couple of bullet holes. Really nicely sculpted, nice detail. I love the way that they painted it. Don't actually know what this is in the front. I have no idea what that is, if that can either open or not, or whatever that is. I don't know what that is, so I'm not gonna get into it. But it's a nice sculpt. There's a nice look to it. As it keeps going around, you're gonna see more of the sculpt of the Batcave that's actually there's pretty much overlapping the base, the metal part of where he's walking on. They got some more bats, a couple of more bats. Like I said, they did a great job with the bats, a great job with the detail of the bats. Love the way they look. They look really good. Very good scope. As it keeps going around, you're gonna see this bigger bat. Really nice, man. I just love the way they sculpted this. It kind of looks like a clay stone-like look of the Batcave. Really nicely sculpted, man. They did a great job with that, and that's going all the way around the base, all the way around the back. Really nice, great job, man. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top part of the base of where Batman is walking on. It looks like metal. They did a great job with that, great job with the scope. They painted it nice with these grays and everything like that. You have like these little boats that are sculpted in on the floor where you got these metal plates. You also have the grates. I don't know what you really call it, the grates, where you see the holes that either like the wiring and everything is underneath those grates, is that you can pull it out and get and access it. You also have these 2 big cables that are going straight across the Batcave from one end to the other, out of the computer and into the floor. Really nice scope. Love the way they did that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the computer. Let's start at the bottom and work our way up on the computer. If you look at the bottom of the computer, you have all these buttons that has been sculpted in, all these little windows and all these little intricates and stuff like that Then in the Batcave, the computer is at and everything. So, you know, I think these are stickers that they put on there. These are, you know, it's not sculpted or nothing like that. The decals that they put in there is pretty nice, pretty cool. As it goes up, you're gonna start seeing the computer, the part that holds the computer, the base part of the computer. You can see where you can be able to fold the computer up and fold it down. Actually, that's not functional. You can't fold it up and down. You just pretty much peg this piece into the base and the stand that holds the computer. But as you look at it, they did a great job with that. Love the way that they sculpted the back and everything. You know, they also have a battery pack that does light up. It has a light up function. It's real nice light up. I love the way they did the computer screen, the way they got the bat symbol and the warning on there. Really, really, really nice. You can actually put this computer and not use the stand for the computer and just put the computer all the way to the bottom. I wouldn't display it like that because it doesn't look good. It looks odd. And let's just get right to it since we're here. That's one of the things that I have, one of the flaws that I think of this statue that I think that they could have done better, or maybe they could have engineered it a little bit better. But the computer and whether the stand is really small. I don't think that the computer screen itself is not small. I think it's right, it's up to scale. But what I think is the way that they positioned it, and I think that the way that they did it is because the way that the cape is sculpted. So the way the cape is sculpted is pretty much eliminating you know, what they could have really done with the computer. I think that the computer's base, the stand for the computer should have been taller so that the computer would have been raised higher. I think that's the only flaw so far on the statue itself. Besides that, I love it. It did a great job. It's good. It's really nice. Let's get ahead and move up. Let's get ahead and take a look at this booth. Start working our way up. And you know, that's how we do it here in Sick Mansion. The sculpt of the booths, they did a great job. You know, the statue is depicted out of the comic book. What they did here was that they made this statue typically look like it walked right out of the comic book. So it came from they made it look like the comic book, yes, because this looks just like it. They did a great job. You know, of course, it's real. It's more realism because it's a statue. It's not, you know, they made it into a 3D instead of just a drawing. But this statue looks like it literally walked right out of the damn comic book because they did a great job with the look of the comic book. They kept it to look like a comic book statue. They didn't do the crazy, extravagant, blown away realism and everything like that. They did do that in some parts of the statue, and they combined that realism with the comic book look together. And I think they did a phenomenal job with that. They knocked it out the park. They hit it right on. It's just crazy dope. As we start going up on the booth, you're gonna see is the classic blue paint of Batman as we remember him from Batman Hush. I love the way they did the boots, and they sculpted the boots with all the cross hatching on it. They also have some texturing of the leather to give it that leather look. As it goes up, you can see the wrinkles around the ankle area. Real nice job, great detail. I love the shape work they did with that. They did that to both boots. You see that this boot right here is positioned flat, and while the other boot is positioned in a walking angle where you know, he's pivoting his foot up and he's walking. He's in a walking motion. They did a great job with the boots. Love the way they did it. As we move up and start looking at the legs, the musculage on the legs is spot on, perfect to the comic book. I love the way they did that. You're gonna see some more cross hatching. Love the way that they sculpted the suit to be really tight on his legs, and you can see, you can just see the outlining of his musculage and his muscles. Love the way they did that. I love the way they did the flow on the wrinkles of the pants to give it motion. Once again, cross hatching on there. There's also texturing, different kind of texturing on the pants to give it life. Really nice, man. They did a great job with that. Phenomenal. I love it. We go up to his trousers, and his trousers, the same thing. Great job. There's some cross hatching in there as well. Great shade work. Love the way they painted it. Love the way they did this. Man, it just looks great. It's awesome. The paint work is nice. The shade work works. It looks perfect. You look at his utility belt. The utility belt, they did a great job with the scope. I love what they did with the pouches on here. They look like real leather. They sculpted it to look like real leather. I love the way they did the stitch work. The stitching on here is like that real thick, heavy stitching, what they would have used at this time. for the pouches. Really nice. Love the wrinklage. Love the shade work. Love the colors that they use for the utility belt. It's not a bright yellow. It's kind of a mustard yellow kind of look. Really, really nice. As it goes around and you look at the other sides of the pouches, they just did a great job with all these pouches all the way around with the wrinklage and everything like that. It looks awesome, man. It just looks awesome. Let's go ahead and go up and take a look at his torso. When you look, and we'll start right there, right above the belt. You're gonna start seeing these wrinkles from his shirt. I love the way they sculpted that, and it all has texturing to it. It's just great job with the texturing. I love the way that they did that. His six-pack is perfect, is on point. The musculage on this is great. You look at the ribs and everything, the musculage on the ribs, you got more cross-hatching going through the ribs. Great job. As you move up and you look at the chest and you look at the bat symbol on his chest, great job. It's a 3D effect to the bat symbol. You can see that it was sculpted on the chest. Real nice cross-hatching again. Love the way they painted it black. It's just your classic Batman Hush. This is badass. Love the way they painted his shirt. The paintwork on this is phenomenal, man. The cross-hatching, everything is just, it's just like the damn thing just came straight out of a comic book, man. I just love what they did with it. It's a great job. It's phenomenal. Let's go ahead and take a look at his right shoulder and start working our way down to his hand. When you look at the shoulder again, you can see the deltoids, the shape of that, the musculage is perfect. A lot of texturing on the shoulder. Going down to the arms, you can see his biceps, his triceps is sculpted very nice. The musculage is done perfect. A lot of line texturing work on this, a lot of cross-hatching. Everything's mixed in the statue. Beautiful work. I love the detail and everything they did to this. As you go down and you look at his gauntlet, they did a great job with his gauntlet. Beautiful paint job, nice shade work, and looks like leather. I love the way they have his fist holding and like him pulling the cape. And gripping part of the cape to give it that motion to make it look like why the cape is the way that it is. Great job, man. It's phenomenal, man. I love the way that they did that. A lot of cross-hatching on that as well. While we here, let's just get ahead and go straight into the cape. This is a fully sculpted cape, which was a great decision. I don't think that this statue would have been done, even though I have no problem with mixed media capes. I do have a lot of statues that have mixed media capes. They only make this statue in a sculpted cape, which was phenomenal choice. The only thing with this is if you collect Prime 1 Studio statues, and if you don't, if you want the statue, you have to make sure that you have the space for the statue, because the way that they sculpted the cape, if you look at it real good, the cape is not going down, it's not going that way, it's going on an angle straight to the back. So it's making the depth of the statue even wider. Don't have my measuring tape right now, and I don't want to get up, I'm not comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But it's pretty deep. The statue is pretty deep. It's more than, I think it's about 23 inches deep. And the only way to pose this statue and to display it is gonna be deep, with the part going deep out that way. So if you're gonna get the statue, just make sure you have the space for it. But with that being said, let's go ahead and continue on and let's take a look at the cape. Man, phenomenal job with the cape. The flow of this cape, and for the cape to be this size, they achieved it. They knocked it out the box. They did a great job with it. It's just straight comic, to me, comic accurate. All the cross hatching on it is beautiful. They did great work with this. There's a lot of texturing, other texturing in the cape as well. As you go around the cape, you're gonna see there's more bats attached to it. You got this bat here attached to it. You go around the back. I love the way the back of this cape looks with the points of the cape, and just the bends and the curls and everything about it. You can see scratches and damages throughout the back of the cape, all the way going up and down. As it goes around, you're gonna see at the shoulder part of the cape, you're gonna see these bats, and all of these bats. They did a great job with these bats. Real quick, even though Prime 1 has a video out that, thank you Prime 1 for showing us how to put these bats on correctly, the bats still were falling apart. They got little magnets that you put them together with, and for some reason, all of the magnets just aren't working. You got to really push it in so they can be really nice and tight so they won't fall. So I'm being careful when I'm turning this around, because this up here, this contraption with all these bats, there's gonna be, as you can see, there's supposed to be 6 bats combined together. The last bat on the top, I didn't even put it on because it kept falling off. It's in the bottom right over here. But once I put it to its final destination, I'll be able to put it on just fine. But it was a pain in the ass putting these bats on. But I still think that they had to do these bats because the bats is what makes the statue pop even more. So they did a phenomenal job with the cape. I love the way they put these bats still on the cape and that, like it's flying around them. They did a great job with that. And the points that they put him on is awesome. If you go around and you look around, you're gonna look at his other arm. His other arm, you can't really see it. You can see, hints of it because it's covered with the cape. So the whole torso is actually connected to the cape. It's one piece. The right arm, upper torso, and the whole cape is all one piece. They did a phenomenal job with that, man. So far, so good. The statue is blowing me away. I really, really love this statue. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. This is really awesome, man. Now let's get ahead and take a look at the head sculpt. Now the head sculpt that I have him with is going to be the unmasked version with the cowl. It looks like he took off his cowl, so the cowl is actually hanging on the back, which is a badass sculpt. I have him with the Bruce Wayne head sculpt. This is the head sculpt that I am going to display him with. I love this head sculpt. This head sculpt is just badass. I love it. Let's get ahead and take a close look at this head sculpt. I told you these things be falling. Let's take a look at head sculpt. So anyway, when we start right here, let's get ahead and take a look at the head sculpt. We're gonna look at the side view of him. I love this, man. I love the way that they did his hair and the flow of it, on the flow of the hair. I love the way they sculpted the hair with, his natural black hair. Look at the sculpt of the ear. Great job with the sculpt of the ear. As it keeps going around, you're gonna start seeing the texturing that they did on the skin. They did some great texturing work on the skin and the flesh tones that they used to paint this. It's phenomenal, man. It just looks like, man, he just came out of the comic book. This is badass. I love the expression. It's your classic Bruce Wayne serious expression. Just, man, they did a great job on this. I love the way they sculpted the wrinklage and just the form of his eyebrows, the way it's going up into wrinkles into his forehead. Great job with that. Love the muscle tone on the cheekbones. Love the muscle tone on everything on his face. The line work on the cheeks. The lips, they did a great job with that. They sculpted that really nice. Love the way they sculpted the chin. Man, this is just Batman. This is just the comic book Batman that I remember. This is just the version that I love. I love the way they sculpted his nose and just everything about it is really nice. The shade work on this. When different lighting angles hit this, man, it just gives you that Batman. It just gives you that Batman look, man, that Batman impression. Awesome, great job with the head sculpt. As it goes around, you're gonna start seeing the sculpt of the cowl, how the way it looks like he just pulled his mask back. Love the way that they sculpted that. The realism of that is just phenomenal. The shade work, everything about it is just badass, man. I love it, man. They did a great job with that. Man, Prime One, you better. All right, I got myself together, y'all. But and then right here you have that looks like 3 1/3 scale busts. There's 3 of them. This is awesome, man, that they included this with the deluxe version, that you get all 3 of these stands for the head sculpts. This is badass because you can be able to display all of the head sculpts with the statue and display it as what it is. These are busts. These are 1/3 scale busts, and you get 3 of them. 2 of these right here are the deluxe version that comes with the statue. The other one is just is your basic look. We're gonna take a look at all 3 of them. Let's take a look at this one right here first. This one right here is just him where he got a little smirk to it. Love the way they sculpted the cowl. They did a great job with the cowl and everything like that. The great job with the paint work. They whited out the eyes. Beautiful, beautiful paintwork. This looks really, really great. I love the way they they sculpted this this base for it. It's actually, like I said, and once again I'm gonna say it again, these are 3 busts. They sculpted 3 busts and they gave us 3 busts. This is awesome. All of the bases, all of the bust stands are identical. They all sculpted the same. There's no difference in the sculpts. The bases is just the difference with the face, with the head sculpts. Now this one right here, this one has more of his teeth showing, the grin look, him grinning his teeth, really nicely sculpted. Love the way they sculpted the teeth. They did a great job with the teeth. I wish they would have put a little resin on the teeth, some clear resin to make it look a little glossy. I'm gonna be doing that down the road and get that done. This one also as well has painted eyes. Love the way they whited out the eyes. Now this one over here, we're gonna take a look at this one over here. This is the third, the fourth and the final head sculpt. Let's take a look at that. Now this one right here too is more of the same thing as a serious look. He has a grin to it. Just, you know, he's ready to just beat the hell out of somebody, man. Love the way that they sculpted this one as well. The cowl, they did a great job with the paint job. Everything, the wrinklage, everything about it, the detail is phenomenal. They did a great job with everything. So, man, this is what it is, man. I am so excited. I'm happy that I have this in the collection finally. Now does this get the SICKONE stamp of approval? Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Damn! This was like, to me, this is one of those statues that was expensive, shipped and everything, but it was worth it because not only are you getting this phenomenal statue, but you're getting 3 busts to display. 3 1/3 scale busts. This is badass. The bats were a pain in the ass. Not all of them, just certain of them. But once you got them in place and once you got them going and everything like that, and you don't touch them and knock it down, it looks phenomenal. Man, now, everybody knows that I'm crazy honest when it comes to my pieces and statues. Is this the best Batman ever made? I think it is top 2 to me. But for this, for the Hush, yes, is the #1 best Batman statue ever made. Definitely, guaranteed. But this is my opinion and my opinion only. You can hate it or you can dislike it. But the Prime 1 DK3 Batman is there. Is right there with this statue. Yes, it's a different statue. It's a different comic book line and the whole 9 yards. But that statue right there, I happen to own that statue. I have it in my collection. It's one of my top 3. To me, it's right there with this. I think this one and that one are the 2 best statue. I think that this one here and the DK3 are the 2 best Batman statues ever made. My opinion, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? So whether you like it or not, this is phenomenal statue. But to me, this and the DK3 together are the 2 best Batman statues ever made. Badass. Happy to have this in collection. Very proud and happy to have this in the collection. Man, this is really, really nice, man. They did a great job, man. So everybody, man, thank you for coming through. Once again, thank you for joining the Sick Mansion and checking out my review here on this channel of this statue. But man, this was worth it. I love it. This is phenomenal. This ain't going nowhere. I'm happy to have it. I'm happy to own it. And once again, man, thank you guys for coming through. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Show your love. Show your support. You already know what it is. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And hit that notification bell so you know when the next video drops. So y'all know what it is. Y'all know how it goes. Let's go!